Hello, hello, Libra. Hello, how are you? Happy New Chinese Year for you. I am sure by the time you see this, we are already in the vibration of the horse. So let's get this reading moving. Let's get this movement going. The wood snake is done. We are done with shedding all the skin. I hope that went through in a nice and smooth pace. It wasn't too challenging for you. So today we're doing let's call it a bonus reading for you. Okay, so let's see what Magic Spirit wants to bring it to you till the end of February 2026. Okay, so this is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus Sun, and of course this is a general reading. So please just take what resonates and leave the rest for another user out there. Okay, and thank you so much for liking and for hitting that notification bell. And let's dive in for Libra and see what the angels and ancestors, what energy is coming up here straight away. Two cards, perfect. That's exactly what I want. So we have the Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and action, and that's a dragon, that's not a snake. And we have the Protection Guardian, drop your shield. So this is very interesting. It's a very strong energy here, like mastery. It's interesting because I asked, how did you get along during this year of the snake, right? This time of the snake. And there's a lot of, I was just thinking about the horse, about a lot of movement. And that's exactly what the Shaolin Master is saying here, be graceful in movement and action. And it's beautiful because you do have the dragon, which is that fire that comes from within, right? The power. But the dragon is also very strongly connected with the feminine side, sorry, because how he moves, right? You have all the gentleness and the mutable and all of that. And we also have a grasshopper here. Now, there's also another interesting thing, which is this person has a mala beads rosary here in his hand. So left, in his right hand. Okay, so that's giving me a lot of masculine energy. But on the left side, we do have a grasshopper here, which talks about forward movement, right? So there's a lot of this balancing energy because it's graceful in movement and action. So it's about, to me, this is very strong about divine masculine and feminine. There's a lot of discipline in the Shaolin. Um, when you learn a lot about, Shaolin masters and all of that, there's a lot of discipline. There's a lot of inner strength, right? There's a lot of inner um, commitment, dedication, and all of that to the self. Not too much to others, but to the self, right? To yourself, to your journey, like your commitment to yourself. And that's exactly what I see here in this card. Now, it's interesting because I was talking about the masculine and feminine and all of that, and I just seen that this Chinese ball is here and it's a yin yang, right? So divine masculine and feminine, it's right here. It's crazy how the cards just, they just align with what you're saying. The message means I'm definitely connected here. Now, Protection Guardian, drop your shields. To me, this card is very feminine. To me, right? This card is intensely feminine. First of all, we're talking about protection. We're talking about your intuition. We're talking about protecting yourself. So I could be talking to people, they actually went through a lot of challenges, and it's what the only way to go through is to protect yourself. It's to lift up shields, create so many barriers that people would not able to connect and to connect with the vulnerable side of you and the most intimate side of you, right? But they're saying that now it's okay, right? You can drop your shields. Now, does this mean you drop your shields for everyone in the world? Absolutely not, right? But it's okay when you feel connected with certain people. It's okay to allow them to, you start bit by bit to start coming out of this protection mode and allow people to enter, right? Because you do have a lot of peacock feathers here. So we're talking a lot about abundance, prosperity, and the good things are finally coming up, right? After all the turmoil. I'm hearing that there could have been a lot of turmoil in your life, in your experience in this last year. Even in February, because February has so much energy, right? there's so many endings and beginnings and transitions and conjunctions, astrology and all of that. So let's see with the tarot what else wants to come to you. We could even do a reading just based on those two cards, but let's dive in a little bit more and see what else comes up for Libra. Okay, let's see what else is coming up. The world, we're talking about, we're talking about transitioning and something ending. Definitely something ended very, very strong. I have to cover here because we are not able to have this type of images, the scenery online. So we cover it. Yes, Five of Cups. So the end of suffering, the end of hard times. I really feel like, when it's after the storm, the sun comes out. After the storm, the sun comes out. We could be talking about love. We could be talking about suffering. We could be talking about toxicity in relationships. And it doesn't have to be just romantic, if it, though it could be Five of Cups and Ace of Cups. It could be romantic. It could be a case that I could be talking to people like their last relationships have been very much out of alignment. Yes, the Magician, perfect. And in a sense, it was actually important. You had to go through some situations, and I'm not talking about people that were uh, I'm not considering the worst case scenarios here. Okay, I'm talking about the lessons that we need to learn with, like dysfunctional environments, right? Toxic relationships that are not life threatening. Okay, let's put it that way. That are not life threatening. They don't harm you physically in any way, shape, or form. Okay, we're talking about some things here. We're definitely talking about relationships. I can't deny Six of Cups and Judgment. The right, I feel like the right person is coming here. Oh my God, I'm excited. I want to cry for some reason. I don't know why, but okay, so let's see. This is very interesting. First card, the World, the end of the major arcana, right? And then we have, there's a lot of nudity in these cards for you, Libra. And we have the Judgment card, okay? So these are the very last two cards. So there's something here that you had to go through a lot of situations, and it's not like a punishment. It's not like, oh, because you deserve it. No, it's because it's important. You have to let go of that to open up to the new. Remember, dropping your shields. You have to work through all this closing off yourself to protect yourself, right? And I don't see this card as this person is just looking at the cups that are broken, but I see this in terms of, for attention to step away from me, I'm going to just remain looking at this. So I feel like protecting yourself is to show people you're still in a bad place so they don't want to take what's yours. They don't want to take your happiness. I could be talking to people, they were in very dramatic situations in terms of um, toxic relationships, dysfunctional environments, and this could even be in the family, right? The household, family, parents, siblings, cousins, you know it. And yes, it could be relationships, but there's something here that people are very jealous of what you have or who you are, your light, right? Most likely could be your light here. Because and maybe your power, right? Ace of Cups and Magician, because what you do with love. When you do something, you open up completely. When you have a project, you show up so beautiful and bright, right? Look at all the yellow. It's flashing, right? And the purity here with the white from the dove and the hand here. So there's a lot of this energy of you give it all, but before you give it all, you need to protect yourself. You had to protect yourself in the past. So, I mean, if you had to protect yourself, it's starting to feel with that protection guardian, drop your shields, and Six of Cups here, and the Judgment as the last cards with the Magician there. It's safe. You've done the work, right? You learn how to protect your energy and yourself in this material form and spiritually as well, right? Energetically as well. And I definitely feel there's someone here coming towards you. This could even be talking about a dream coming true. Maybe you had a dream for a very long time of becoming this or that, or doing this or that. I don't know, buying your home, moving to a different place, stepping away from your close ones, right? Because the world is there as well. There's something here about just spread your wings, get out there, go the distance. There's something here about going, right? I feel very strong about going the distance here. So let's see what else is coming up. If we can dive a little bit deeper, is this just love? Are we talking about career? This could be something that, your own business. But man, when we talk about this love, 10 of Cups, of course it is. Yes, getting out of a broken heart. Yes, the heart is. This is going to sound really bad, what I'm going to say. But some people around you do appreciate the version of you when you are heartbroken. Why? Because you give more than you take. So if you're still surrounded by these kind of people, rest assured that it's time to gracefully move. Like I said, stepping away, far away, far, far away. And it doesn't mean that it's intentionally, but it could be. 10 of Swords, it could be. You have such a big light. The people that I'm connecting here, they have such a big light that it's so annoying to some people that it feels, I mean, they don't know what you went through. They don't know what you go through. They don't know any of that. They don't know your strength. They don't know how much you had to work on yourself. They only see this. They only see the final product. They don't know what you went through, what you felt, all your challenges, whether this was financially, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, whatever it is. They don't see any of that because you don't show it. Remember about drop your shields. You don't show anything to people. I'm talking to people like they hide very, very well because you don't have to show it, right? They only see this, so they assume that you're very lucky. They assume that everything comes your way just because, right? And what I see here is that you're finally gonna have your happy family. I really feel this is the family, the Emperor, yes. Right? We start the Shaolin Master with movement and action, and we're talking about a super strong divine masculine energy. Now, I'm talking about the energy, I'm not talking about genders, okay? You could have a man or a woman with a very strong, determined mindset, right? Like a character of get things done, right? Yes, it could be a woman that it's very action driven, right? But it could be a man as well. It doesn't matter. It depends on who you are, you know, focusing on. But we're definitely talking about love. We're definitely talking about some situations that happened in the past. They could have been caused by other people. They could have been through jealousy, um, energy vampires and all of that stuff. So let's just get that out of the system because things are coming into fruition. Things are actually coming in this new year of the horse. Things are moving forward. Saturn is moving to Aries as well. So all the hard work, everything is finally coming into action, and you can start to see. And this is not just about, what sometimes happens, and it's like, okay, things are starting to feel okay. No, I feel like boom, it just comes straight away, right from the judgment. You get the 10 of Cups. You don't get the ace. You don't have the 2. You don't have the 3. You got the 10 straight away. So you've done so much work. You've been working so much. You've been manifesting so much. You've been mastering how to manipulate energy for the highest good of all, that straight away that person just comes and takes you and is like, yes, let's go, right? It's beautiful. Of course, not going to be like that. This is not a Cinderella story, but even not even on Cinderella, they went straight away, right? They went to a lot of cycles and all of that. So that's absolutely beautiful. So that's the reading I have for you. Today I want to bring you something new that I've created. So these are mantras, daily affirmations, whichever you want to call. I like to call them mantras from Gardens of Love. So I'm going to take one mantra for you. Okay, I'll read it to you and I'll leave it in the description box below as well. So we have, I am resourceful and confident. I am resourceful and confident. You might not be able to see because it's in gold. Oh, there you. Oh, maybe. Oh. No, I'll write it down for you. Okay, so if you'd like to purchase this, these are handwritten by me in gold ink, right? To bring more abundance and to strengthen this in our life as well, right? With the golden light in our body. So that's what I have. If you'd like to purchase this or any readings or anything on my Etsy shop, check in the description box below. All my details are there. And until next time, have a great day. Take care.